Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're doing well. Today we're going to be doing more gel nails, of course. It's going to be these aespa Armageddon inspired nails. You can see the reference photos here. I just absolutely fell in love with winter's nails, so let's try taking some inspiration and recreating them. And before we get into it, I just want to highlight nail safety, so please do not touch uncured gel with your skin. Do your research if you want to do gel nails yourself at home. Now let's get into it. So to start, I'm going to be using my go-to DIAMI Canoe short square tips. I absolutely love these tips and I stocked up on like 4 packs when Sweetie Nail Supply were having like 25% off, just because they are perfect for like flat nail beds. They have the perfect curvature, like they stay on really well, the shape is gorgeous, the length is gorgeous, you know, like I just love these tips. Anyway, I'm just showing you the polishes here. I'm going to be using some yogurt nails, some Nailbayo, and the more nail art liquids as well. I wanted to experiment with them a bit more, building on my previous set, but I also thought that they could fit really well with the vibe of these nails. I don't know, we'll see how it goes, because I know in the inspiration photo they definitely didn't use any sort of inks. They were using a lot of, I guess, pretty opaque gels like blues, whites, blacks, but I'm taking inspiration, okay? It's not a complete recreation, and I think that's really important to have that creative freedom as well. If you're going to be doing something that is inspired by something, like, you know, you need to have that freedom so that you can enjoy it. Anyway, I have now kind of completed part of my base, and I'm going to go in with the blending liquid from Après, which is to be used with inks. I'm going to paint 1 layer of top coat and then go in with my white ink. So benefit of using top coat is that it really blooms out quite nicely and you have more time to play around with it and move it around as well. If you're going to use an ink just on a cured base, you probably will find it dries down really quickly. You don't really have much ability to play around with the design. And I thought these nails kind of gave watery, smoky vibes to me. So I really wanted to use the Après blending liquid again with the top coat kind of method so that I could create more of that cloudy smokiness. Now I'm happy with the design and how, you know, the black is blended into the blue, into the ink. I'm gonna go in with the top coat, cure that, and then actually the last part of this nail, I know this feels like it went by very quickly, is going in with 3D gel, and I'm going to do some 3D designs on the top. I'm using the, of course, Crazy Top Thick, the OG, everybody loves her for good reason, and also the Slim liner from Fiote. I have the middle liner, but I picked up the slim liner recently, which is thinner and shorter to draw these lines. I picked this one up because I thought actually it would give me more control if I was going to be wanting to do thinner lines, right? Definitely for, you know, if you're going to be doing kind of 3D swirls, using a really thin brush may benefit you more if you want to get more of a thinner swirl rather than, you know, like a thicker one. So that is the main reason why I picked up this brush and what I'm going to use it for. Anyway, now talking a bit more about the design, I am taking inspiration from the album artwork here. Actually, I'll show you. You can see in the album artwork, it's kind of created in a circle and then a semicircle and a semicircle and like a bunch of lines. I really wanted to kind of recreate that semicircle vibe on top of the nail. I think looking back, what would have been better rather than doing this in Crazy Top Thick is actually just going in with like a Jello Jello tube gel, like a zigzag gel, you know, to draw it on. That's what I would do in future if I want to have these more defined designs where you have more control over it, because I just think it was a bit flat and bumpy and just not as defined as I wanted it to be. Anyway, moving on to the next nail. This next nail is actually heavily inspired from one of the nails that Winter had, and it is this nail here. You know, I don't know what it was about it, but this nail design was just calling me. I think because there was jaggedy lines on it, it had a bit more of an interesting design and vibe to it. I don't know. I really liked the whole set and I think it works together so well cohesively, but I didn't want to just recreate every single design. So I was trying to, you know, pick out the ones that spoke to me more. So yeah, I've gone in, painted, you know, that basic Nailbayo misty blue color, gone in, blended some black into it as well. and then I'm going to start on drawing the kind of abstract line parts. I'm going in with my needle liner brush from Kokoist, which I love for detailed drawing designs. And very sillily of me, I completely blanked on the white part that I wanted to do with ink. So I'm adding that in after I did the lines, the first coat of the lines, and then I'm gonna repaint over the lines. I also think maybe I should have gone in and bloomed out this white ink more, because I did just go in and put this ink on a cured base. This is what ink looks like. If you put it on a cured base, you don't really have much control to play around with it. I think it's fine, it's fine. We're painting lines and abstract stuff over it, so not that deep, not the end of the world, you know? And I think that was actually one of the main things that I wanted to keep in mind with this set. Honestly, I didn't actually intend to edit and post this video after I'd completed the whole set, because when I was looking at it, I was like, this is a very experimental set. I don't know if I actually really love the outcome of it or if I'm super proud to share it. But then I also thought part of my channel and part of why I'm doing this is just to document my journey and my growth and share my work, you know? Hopefully it will be interesting to other people and also maybe helpful to other people as well. Like, I'd love it if I could share my experiences and my methods and techniques and people could take inspiration from that, or it could help other people with how to achieve certain designs. So to summarize, I'm editing and posting this video. We're almost done with this nail. I did just add a charm onto it, and this is pretty much what it looks like. So the next nail is going to be, you know, a little bit more of a filler nail for this set. I don't know about anybody else, but I always find that when it comes to the pinky finger, I always either do a design that's actually like a very snazzy out there, like kind of focused design, or it's just a really simple design that brings the set kind of together in a way, you know, like swirls or chrome or ombre, you know, something like that. So that's pretty much what this nail is here. I'm gonna go in and paint 2 coats of the Misty Nailbayo blue. To be honest, I don't know whether I actually like the color of this gel or not, because I really love, you know, their nudie pink, nudie oat, like the nudie range, and I expected this to be the same color, but it's just not. And I think looking back on it, it's probably on me because they're not named the same, you know, those are named nudie and this one is just named Misty Blue. So it kind of makes sense, but at the same time, I just wish it had been like a bit more blue, you know, like a baby blue rather than this gray misty blue, which, okay, yeah, it makes sense because the name is Misty Blue, but you know, sometimes, yeah, it'd be like that, where you buy a gel thinking it's gonna be one color and you don't do your research into swatches and then it turns out to be another color, you know? Fortunately, this is actually a gap in my collection right now, and I know this is a gap, so I, you know, not impulse purchase. I'm not going to say impulse purchase, okay? It's not an impulse purchase. It's just a purchase that is filling a gap that I've had in my collection for a long time, is picking up the Bunny Chew collection from Yogurt Nail, because I recently picked up the Tanghulu collection because I wanted to try out Yogurt Nail. And I actually really like the consistency of their gels, and the Bunny Chew collection is like this gorgeous pastel syrup. Like, it's the right level of vibrant mixed with pastel. Like, it's not too pastel, not too bright, not too opaque. So, you know, we can fill this light baby blue gap in my collection very excitedly, because I never used to be a huge blue or like baby blue fan, to be honest. So that's why I haven't got many blues in my collection, but I'm finding I want to make more blue colored sets recently, but all I have are like deep ashy blues or light gray blues, and it's not giving what it needs to give, you know? And that's not to say that this Nailbayo gel is not a nice gel. Like, it is a really nice color, it's just not the color that I wanted to use for this set specifically. Because if you see the inspiration photos, like the inspiration photos, yeah, it's a kind of an ashy light blue, but it's more blue than this. So yeah, anyway, next time when we recreate something with this color scheme, we'll have the right blues for it. And just coming back to the design of this actual nail, you know I'm aware I went on a little bit of a tangent, okay? This is what it looks like. It looks like chrome. It's very simple, you know, chrome designs. I'm using the Kokoist black nail paint for this, and also the Nailbayo silver chrome. And the kind of design inspiration was also the album art as well. So if you see, you know, I've referenced the album artwork previously in like the thumbnail, and there's all those like lines that kind of intersect and swirl together. So that was the inspiration for the drawing. I think it came out pretty nicely, just added some gems. to give it a little bit of pizzazz, you know. I felt like it was missing something, and we are done. Next, we're going to be using the yogurt gel nail polish that I mentioned previously from the Tanghulu collection. This was actually very ad hoc because when I was working through this set, I think I was like halfway through, and I will also be fully honest with you, I did redo a couple of these nails from this set because I just did not like how they turned out the first time. I just felt like it was missing something, you know, like the light blue color was nice, but it wasn't pigmented enough. I wanted to bring a bit more dimension into the set, hence I'm going in with this deep blue glass color from the Tanghulu collection from Yogurt Nail. I think this is like the blueberry inspired one. And I'm just gonna go in and do my, you know, standard ombre kind of layering technique that I like to do. I'm going in with the blending brush, stippling brush that I bought from Temu a while ago. I actually really like this brush. It's a really nice brush for this. Although I will say to you, if you are not going to use glass syrup jelly colors, I don't know how well it would work, because I think part of the reason why it blends nicely is because I have that syrup consistency in the gel. After mattifying that, I'm going to go in with the Jello Jello tube gel. You know, this is my ride or die, my go-to. I absolutely love this gel. And you can see here, this is what I wanted the thumbnail to look like. I did actually do a version of this ring fingernail as well, using the Crazy Top Thick. Absolutely hated how it turned out. I'll show you at the end after I finish this one. And I realized Crazy Top Thick is not the way to go if you're going to be doing this sort of design where you want the dimension, but you also want to have the time to blend different lines together. Like, you use a tube gel, please. Just use a tube gel. It will make your life so much easier rather than, you know, trying to draw lines with a brush and Crazy Top Thick and quickly curing it. Like, it's, that's messy, that's messy. Do it this way. So that's what we did, inspired by the album art again. And I just went in with a really fine liner brush just to tidy up all of the gel and blend it together nicely, and then cured that, and that was this nail pretty much done. Because, you know, keep it simple, keep it nice, don't overload it. And as promised, here is the comparison with the first draft. Ew, absolutely hated that. So I'm very glad that I redid it. And the last nail, we're going to be using a similar base technique, you know, adding on some gels and then blending them together using that stippling blending brush. This was also inspired by one of the actual nails that Winter had, and it was her, I think it was an index finger. You can see in the design that I'm showing you here in the corner where I highlight, like with a star, which nail I'm working on. I originally did draw this as like that circle and that line thing. I did do a draft of that nail, did not like how it turned out, again because I just felt like I didn't have the right blue color to pop against the black. So I redid it, and I'm going to go in with a charm and also white ink. You know, at the end of the day, I think this was one of the last nails I worked on in this set, and I was just like, I want to experiment. I just want to add in some cloudy ink to bring it all together, make it a little bit more cohesive, because I'm very aware there's quite a few different designs going on in this set. So again, this was kind of with that intention. You can just see me here playing around with the ink. I love using inks for this. Like, I love how smoky it looks. Like, it gives me water, gives me air vibes, and I really like those aesthetics. So after doing that ink and then curing that, I went in with the Jello Jello tube gel again, my ride or die, and just stuck them on because I really like using this gel not only for 3D designs but also for attaching gems. I guess it's kind of similar to the Jin.b fixed gel, but I'm not actually sure whether the fixed gel is non-white, whereas this Jello Jello tube gel is non-white, so you can use it for both, and you don't have to worry about top coating it after either, which is, you know, great. And these charms I'm using here, I got them for free with a Testerkorea order. Like, I ordered some inks, and I'm going to be filming a haul video. Maybe that will be posted in the next video or the video after that, because I also have moving videos to post. But yeah, I got these for free, and I just thought they fit so well with the vibe of this set that I couldn't not use them. And that's this nail finished, and the set finished as well, because I'm only going to be doing one hand for this set because, you know, it's quite experimental. I also just felt like one hand is enough. especially after all the redos that I did for some of these nails as well. So thank you very much for watching. If you watched to this point, please let me know down below your thoughts on these nails and also your thoughts on the Armageddon Supernova comeback from aespa. I feel like it's definitely wormhole music, like it definitely got into my head, especially with all the TikToks as well. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. If you watched to this point, please like and subscribe if you liked the video. It really does help in the algorithm. And until next time, I hope that you have a lovely morning, afternoon, evening, wherever you are in the world. Goodbye.